Yeah, so these games we've seen game flow problems, which has kind of coerced the Ravens into wanting to pass more. And because they have Lamar Jackson, they feel comfortable going into that space where they can throw the ball a bunch of times because he's capable. Dropbacks, no problem. He can scramble for 25. He can throw it down the field for a 30-yard missile, to Zay Flowers. Like, there was optionality when Lamar was there. So your defense was bad, but you could compete in the games because of Lamar. Well, now you don't have Lamar. Now you have Cooper Rush. You have no choice but to give Derrick Henry the ball 25 times. There's no version of them winning with a questionable defense unless they can keep the defense off the field and just let the offense possess it through Derrick Henry. So we're talking about 25, 26, 28 carries. We're talking about possessing the ball, keeping the defense off the field so they don't have to do as much. And when they do get a chance, force the other guy to make mistakes so you can win the turnover battle. You're going to have to be plus in the turnovers, right? And you're going to have to keep the other guys off the field. Look, in my opinion, they can win this game. It's not that they can't, but it's going to have to be what Bruce was saying.
I'm an artist.
Because Cooper Rush can't do what Lamar does. And they were losing with Lamar. So they just have to play the game differently. They're going to, even if they go down 1 or 2 touchdowns in the first half, they still have to give the ball to Derrick Henry. Still.
Yeah.
Throw them bows.
What's good, everybody? Welcome in. Welcome back to another episode of the Format Podcast, live Wednesday night edition. And as you can see, joining me tonight are my guys. Sneed got what you need, SMT Media Network.
What up? Good to be here, man. Thank you.
No doubt. And of course, our guy, co-host with the most, Transformer.
I'm here. I'm here.
Champ is here.
Right.
Champ is here.
If you're watching here on YouTube, make sure you go ahead, click that subscribe, that like, that notification bell. Make sure you're kept up to date whenever we drop new content on the channel. If you want the audio-only version of the podcast, open up your audio podcast platform, hit the search bar, type in The Format Podcast. We should come right up. If you're enjoying the content, make sure you give us a like, leave us a 5-star review, and drop a comment. All that stuff helps us rise in the algorithm, helps us find more sports fans, helps more sports fans find us. Make sure you write it down, put it in your phone, make a note of it. The Format Podcast is live Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern. And finally, if you're really and truly enjoying the content we're delivering you, make sure you hit that join button. There's going to be exclusive content here just for you.
I know you see it. I know you see it. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Once this video is over, you have 3 opportunities per week to hype a video up. This is one of them. Make it happen, T. Make it happen. I know you got sports fans, sports friends who watch sports all the time. Bring them to the show. Bring them to the channel. They want to talk crap just like you.
Tell them DJ Khaled's over here. They'll show up, bro.
DJ Khaled. No.
Hey, we the best.
Elvis. The Cleveland Elvis.
The Cleveland Elvis, right, for sure. Baltimore Ravens, with Lamar Jackson, since he's become a starter, he wins about 74% of his games, right? He is clearly a winner. He's only lost 2 games in his career as a starter to the NFC. I think he's 24-2. 24-3 all time against the NFC. So we know that he knows what he's doing. We know that he's got a lot of ability. However, unfortunately, for whatever reason, in some of the biggest games, he tends to not play nearly as well, has a lot more turnovers, just has a lot more turnovers and just has difficulty, guiding the team the way it needs to. Now, it's not all on him. A lot of times in these big games as well, you see the play calling get away from what got him there. And there's a lot, man. But not at this point, the Ravens are 1-3. They've got a ton of injuries racked up. And this was a year that a lot of people picked them to go to the Super Bowl. Some picked them to win it. But now they're 1-3 early on. They've got a bunch of injuries. Their most important guy, Lamar Jackson, he's out, although it was reported that he's, trying to play on Sunday. I know that's the competitor in him, and I respect that, but I think that hammies are very tricky, hamstring injuries, that is. And I think he should make sure he's 100% before coming back. And the team shouldn't allow him to play unless he's 100% before coming back. I think this is an opportunity, realistically, without Lamar, to get back to focusing on Raven DNA, and that's playing elite defense and really running the football extremely well. So before I get you guys' thoughts on this, I'd actually like to play a clip from, can't remember if it was NFL Live. I think it was NFL Live. Orlovsky and Marcus Spears, aka Swagoo, had a brief discussion regarding, what's the problem, what they think is happening with the Ravens. And I'd like to play that for you guys. So hang on 1 second and we'll get that going. 1 second. All right, here we go.
I don't know what Todd Monken is doing. I really don't. There is a tremendous amount of evidence that if you let Derrick Henry dictate games, this offense works better.
Yeah.
And him and Lamar dictating games with whether it's sleight of hand or whatever. Look at this on the season. 48 carries, 49 carries, tied for 24. He's 8th in rush yards on those limited carries. He's tied for 6 with touchdowns and 20-yard rushes, 4, tied for 1st. And we left a game against the Kansas City Chiefs with 8 total carries in a game for Derrick Henry. Now, this has been a part before Derrick Henry showed up. Y'all know I almost lost my damn mind about the AFC Championship game.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the number of runs that the backs had as the number 1 rushing team in the league that season. So again, go ahead.
Do you think or expect it to be different once Likely's back consistently and Ricard comes back?
But Dan, I understand that, and I agree with you on that. But what's your best formula right now? You have to play for what's going on.
Right.
You got 7 people injured on defense, and you consistently want to push the ball down the field.
And you're not winning.
And you're not winning doing that. So again, I understand the draw to want Lamar to make plays and push the ball down the field. You did not sign this man to be tied for 24th in carries 5 weeks into the season. And if his career wasn't made on volume, we wouldn't have this argument. He gets better the more touches he has. That's been the case since he showed up to Baltimore and when he was in Tennessee.
Some great commentary by
hot fire.
Facts. So let's start with Brittany. How do you feel about what Marcus Spears had to say? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you have something to add? Where are you on the Ravens and their woes this season?
I think honestly, let's look at it, right?
Okay.
First game, the Ravens scored 40 points. Second game, 41. Third game, 30. And the last game, 20. Last game was kind of a different situation, right? Lamar Jackson went out. You going up against a team that you've been struggling to beat since forever, basically, it feels like.
Start of time.
Right. But it's like your offense is scoring. It's not like your offense is not scoring. To me, that's not the problem. To me, it's this defense. Your defense can't stop anybody. That is the biggest issue here, is that defense. Yes, Derrick Henry cannot fumble in certain situations. Okay, I understand that. Yes, Lamar Jackson has to stay within himself at times. I understand that as well. But you're still moving the football up and down the field, and you're still scoring points. You're still putting points on the board. That defense has been atrocious. That has been the primary reason why you lost the majority of your games this year. I'm gonna say outside of the Chiefs, but even then, you allowed almost 40 points, 37 points. That is a big problem, and I do not see it changing this week. Actually, I see them struggling even more this week because you most likely will not have Lamar Jackson out there. Because if I'm the Texans, right, This is basically what my game plan is going to be. I know you don't want Cooper Rush to throw it 30 times a game. I know you want to give it to Derrick Henry. So what are we going to do? We probably going to stack, right? We're going to stack the box, right? We're going to make Cooper Rush beat us, and let's see if he's capable of doing that. I know your defense is struggling to stop us, so that to me is that game plan. So we could get upset about the Derrick Henry issues and things like that, but when they're in there, they're actually scoring points. That defense has been atrocious. To me, that is the main problem.
Agreed. Sneak.
Great. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, these games we've seen game flow problems, which has kind of coerced the Ravens into wanting to pass more. And because they have Lamar Jackson, they feel comfortable going into that space where they can throw the ball a bunch of times because he's capable.
Mm-hmm.
Dropbacks, no problem. He can scramble for 25. He can throw it down the field for a 30-yard missile, to Zay Flowers. Like, there was optionality when Lamar was there. So your defense was bad, but you could compete in the games because of Lamar. Well, now you don't have Lamar. Now you have Cooper Rush. You have no choice but to give Derrick Henry the ball 25 times.
Mm-hmm.
There's no version of them winning with a questionable defense unless they can keep the defense off the field and just let the offense possess it through Derrick Henry. So we're talking about 25, 26, 28 carries. We're talking about possessing the ball, keeping the defense off the field so they don't have to do as much. And when they do get a chance, force the other guy to make mistakes so you can win the turnover battle. You're going to have to be plus in the turnovers, right? And you're going to have to keep the other guys off the field. Look, in my opinion, they can win this game. It's not that they can't, but it's going to have to be what Bruce was saying, because Cooper Rush can't do what Lamar does, and they were losing with Lamar. So they just have to play the game differently. They're going to, even if they go down 1 or 2 touchdowns in the first half, they still have to give the ball to Derrick Henry. Still.
I like the little soliloquy both of you guys just gave, right? Why the hell are we talking about Derrick Henry?
Because they can't win any other way.
Has he not played in the first 4 games?
He has.
What's been the result?
The first couple games were cool, and the last couple games were awful.
Does Derrick Henry play offense or defense?
He plays offense.
So the Ravens can score, correct? They can score.
Yeah, when they had Lamar Jackson, they could score.
Okay.
Yes, they could.
40 points, 41 points, 30 points, and give it as you may, 20 points against the Kansas City Chiefs. So they could score. I want to remind everybody who didn't get a chance to listen to the weekly pick'em about the Ravens defense. 31st out of 32 teams in passing defense. 27th in rushing defense out of 32 teams. 32nd, meaning dead last in scoring defense. Overall, you know what that puts you? Total defense, they're second in the entire league, is worse behind the Dallas Cowboys.
Transformer, is there a possibility that now the defense realizes there's no Lamar to save them and they have to come to play?
When did they forget that? At this point in juncture, the Baltimore Ravens are thinking none other than Super Bowl.
Yeah.
None other. We don't care about divisional titles. We don't care about MVPs. We don't care about none of that. We are supposed to win the Super Bowl.
When did that fade? What week are you going to say that was no longer a thing? Because I don't think it's a thing anymore.
I mean, after week 1, it was in question.
No, after week 1, I mean, you could at least say, like, okay, bad ending to the game, but it was the Bills, and they'll see them again. Week 2 was the Browns, who imploded. But, like, week 3 and week 4, I mean, that was, like, put a fork in them. Who's saying Super Bowl for the Ravens is even a possibility at this point?
I'm saying that was supposed to be your mentality going into this season.
Right.
So If you lost that in week 3, you got a huge problem.
Yeah.
Because right now, all of that prolific offense, the Lightning and Thunder that I called Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, they doing what they got to do on the offensive side of the football. What the hell are we doing? We're doing nothing. We're letting Danny and they Mammy just run all over us. They can throw on us. They can take the ball away. They can do all of these things. We can't stop a nosebleed. We're 31st in the league in total defense. I've never heard a Ravens team, period, be mentioned in the 20s like that, let alone 31st. When you hear teams like the Pittsburgh Steelers, Cleveland Browns, Baltimore Ravens, what's the first thing you think about?
Defense.
You think defense.
Defense.
You think defense. This whole vision has flipped. We're now known as a team that can put up so many points, but can't stop a damn nosebleed. So why are we talking about Derrick Henry? Derrick Henry is not playing linebacker. Derrick Henry is not playing D lineman. He's not playing corner. He's not playing safety. Derrick Henry, we seen him have a $150. We seen him have 2 touchdowns. We seen that already. So what the hell more can we get from Derrick Henry that's going to fix the problem? The problem is our defense.
Right, but if your defense is always on the field getting cooked, the hope is you possess the ball, you give Derrick Henry more than 8 carries, and you keep your defense from having to get taxed, spent too much time on the field where they're getting cooked.
You keep those.
I'm not saying he's gonna save the day. I'm saying it gives them some kind of a strategic chance.
Mm. So eventually, you're gonna go down 14-3.
Right.
Where's Derrick Henry?
Well,
we're gonna keep that same energy.
They went away. Went away from him, and they went with Lamar to score all those points, and they lost with Lamar.
Well, also let's look at it this way too, Transformer. A big part of running is keeping the defense honest, right? So it's not necessarily that he has to get a $150 and 2 tuds, right? Although that would be great, but it's also keeping the defense honest, making them creep and come up to the line, and like Brittany said, stack 8 in the box if they have to, or also just the threat of you consistently handing off to Derrick Henry creates a lot in the play action game, right? Baltimore doesn't really like RPO a lot from what I recollect watching them, but in the play action game with Derrick Henry, you could do a lot. Yeah, I know, right? Well, I guess you're thinking because they got such a mobile quarterback in Lamar that it would work. But, no, but in the play action game though, you got a lot of chances to have success. So you establish the run early and often, then you can do more things. And like Snead said, it helps the defense because at least it lets the defense breathe. They're not out there getting gashed. 3 and outs don't help your defense. Right. That's why they say like teams with elite running games, you don't necessarily have to have an elite quarterback. As much as they want to try for you to have that, it's not always necessary for you to have success.
Do you guys think the Browns could have the best defense in the league?
Possibly. Yeah.
You know why they definitively don't though? Like why it's not clear that they're number one is because
they're tired in the fourth quarter. Yeah.
Because the offense is in need.
Okay is missing.
Well,
go Irish.
I want to ask Brittany. Brittany, what is the Ravens' pathway to victory?
Prayer.
Oh, damn.
And she's not wrong.
She's not, man.
I tried to come up with a legitimate pathway to victory. She's like, just pray on it. You know,
pray. Put pray on
it. Than that, right?
I don't know how many times. Look, football. There's 3 units to football, and all 3 units have to perform somewhat decent, right? I'm not even going to say to the highest level, to the highest standard. I'm just going to say somewhat decent. The offense has been playing somewhat decent, right? Actually, way better than right. Special teams has been doing what they need to do. Defense has been poor. And the object of the game of football for defense is to prevent the other team from scoring. That is your main objective. And the offense is to what? To score. So, like you guys said, the offense has been doing, it might not have always looked pretty. It's football. It's not going to always look pretty for the offense, but they have been scoring. I don't know what is their points per game.
34,
34 points per
They're up
game.
there.
32.
32.8. So
32 points per game. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That
yeah,
is
that's
a lot in the
Now, what if the
national
Browns could
Football
score
League.
32 a game, bruh?
Be
You
unstoppable.
guys
Be
would
undefeated.
be unstoppable.
we don't want to
Because
see
of
that.
defense. But that
You
defense
don't wanna
is
see
so
that.
bad. I don't know what that next step is, but that is the main situation for this. Well, right now, now it's going to be the offense because Lamar is missing. But focus on the defense. I don't know what you can do at this point. And Harbaugh is supposed to be a defensive-minded head coach. This is his unit. These are his guys. So it's
I
like,
thought he was
what-
special teams coach.
He was
Special
a special
teams.
teams coordinator
Jim.
with Andy Reid.
Gotcha.
Right.
Go ahead.
But I think his thing is defense, though, right? If I can recall, I thought
I
it was
mean,
defense.
for a lot of his career there in Baltimore, they have had very good defensive teams. So I think that assumption would probably be fair.
Right. But I'm just like, maybe it's time for a new voice. Okay, whoever their defensive coordinator is, I'll give it to the defensive coordinator. It might be a time for a new voice because I don't know. You have too many talented players on this team. Something's
too
not
many.
clicking. Something's
Too
not
many.
clicking. So it might be time for a defensive coordinator. And if we got to go one step further, a new head coach. But
But
something's
their
got to
defense is so bad. I mean, are we really going to give that much credit to the defensive coordinator?
Not now.
If he can get it rolling and get it back in line.
I mean,
then
if anything, the offensive coordinator should be getting the shot at leading this team because he's
Right.
been getting points.
Who is their defensive coordinator?
Zach Orr,
How long he's been a defensive coordinator for?
last year was his first year.
Yeah, last year.
What was their ranking last year?
So it started off terrible just like this, but it ended up getting a lot better towards the end. And I think they finished the year like 8th in points per game allowed.
It
So
looked
they made
this bad.
huge strides.
I don't think it didn't look this bad.
No, it didn't look this bad, but it was bad though.
Look, you can't start 1-3 right now. You
was
cannot
1-3.
start 1-4.
14% chance of making the playoffs. Not good.
Like you cannot start 1-4, and then your division rival is what Pittsburgh is at the top of your division, only losing one game.
Brittany, we thought at the start of this year there were going to be 3 teams potentially from the AFC North going to the playoffs. We're getting one. It's just going to be the winner. It's probably going to be the Steelers.
I guess my question is, why do I feel like everybody lets this team off the hook at times?
Who?
Because I think because they see how talented it is. And when they're clicking, they're damn near unbeatable. I think that's why.
Yeah, but y'all gonna hate me for saying this, but it just feels like you blow out the worst teams, but when it comes to trying to beat the tougher teams,
Yeah, that's about right.
you can't perform well. So does that mean you're mediocre?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Has it come to that now?
They're better than mediocre, but the way you framed it, like I get
Are
it.
they?
If you can only beat the bad teams and you lose to the good teams, you're in purgatory. You're not really that much better than the bad teams. Because there's clearly so many teams better than you because they keep beating you.
Mm-hmm.
So you're either the elite and the tops or you're just everybody else.
Fun fact. We were talking about last year's Ravens defense. Well, at least they're playing up to par as far as the passing defense is concerned. Last year, they ranked 31st in passing defense.
There you go.
What are they this year?
However, they finished 10 in total defense. You know how?
Mhm.
They were number 1 against the run.
Mm-hmm.
So they knew how to stop the run. They just couldn't stop a nosebleed in the back.
Well, they better remember how to stop the run.
Now with Matabuke gone, you can't stop up front, back, side, front, left, back, hop with it, skip, left turn, foot, Charlie Brown with it. You can't stop nothing.
For real.
You can't stop. And we're talking about Derrick Henry.
Transformer. Steve's got a good comment on the firing potentially of John Harbaugh.
Okay.
He says firing him would be panicking. Do you agree?
No.
After 17, how many years since they won the Super Bowl?
They won in
13 years.
So this Super Bowl will make 13 years since they won the last one.
So after 13 years, I don't think that's panicking anymore.
No. Yeah. And let's remember, Steve, we already know that it's out there, it's reported and sourced, and Bishotti said that he probably would have been gone if, basically if not for Lamar Jackson saving his job. Why do you think he loves Lamar so much?
Lamar saved him.
Yes.
And they almost ruined that, remember?
If he was Superman, he'd eat a kryptonite sandwich for Lamar. He loves that guy because he knows Lamar saved his job.
Yeah. And I don't clearly understand. You can't just get rid of him because dude's earned a bad season. Every season has been bad when it came to the end. Every single one of them. They all ended the same.
Yeah.
We either forgot to run the football one year. We either didn't put Lamar Jackson in the correct situation another year. We all of a sudden started to turn over the ball in the end zone in another year. That's on the coach. Yep. That falls on your bad or good season as well, right? So now they're just crumbling at the beginning. Right, we can only imagine what the end gonna look like. Go ahead, Sneak.
The way they look is bad. It's not like they're just losing games like any old regular way. They're like out of character. Like Bruce has talked about, the defense has been the hallmark, the trademark of this team. That's like gone, absent, and there's all this investment into the defense.
Yeah.
So like the thing that you've heavily focused on that should be strong is way out of where they should be. Like they're not even close.
Yeah.
To be ranked 31 and 32 and all this, dude, that is inexplicable. There's teams that don't have good defensive players that rank 28th and 29th.
Correct.
This to me, and this is why I push back on Steve's comment. To me, they look like they are disorganized on defense. There is no accountability on defense. And if I'm looking at week to week, it's kind of worse. It's kind of gotten worse. What has improved defensively in 4 weeks?
Nothing.
They played what did I say? They played a tough schedule.
They play Houston coming up next. They got the Rams coming up after that.
Bro, if they didn't have the Browns in the first month of the season, they would be winless. There is proof and evidence to believe they would be 0-4 if they didn't play the Browns in the first month of the year.
Why y'all making me defend Baltimore? By that logic, should Pittsburgh have fired Mike Tomlin? Mike Tomlin ain't dealt the MVP multiple years in a row at quarterback.
Bro, they're giving him a quarterback carousel.
Right.
Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson.
Mason Rudolph. What's the
Duck Hodges?
Duck Hodges. I think
bro, they
Andy
had a
Dalton
dude named
back
Duck
there.
throwing the ball, bro.
Justin Fields.
The thing about Mike Tomlin, he kept that defense legit all them years. He just had bad quarterback play, right? Ever since Ben Roethlisberger, they haven't been able to figure it out. John Harbaugh has had the multiple time in a row, either 1 or 2 in the MVP race.
But Steve,
am I supposed to do?
It's not just Henry fumbling the ball 2 games away. The defense has been bad in all the games.
Every single one of them. And there's a tide that changed, right? So with Mike Tomlin, nothing really changed. Like his strength stayed his strength, right? Which was the defense, right? John Harbaugh, it's been a whole freaking 360. What are we looking at now? They're no longer even about defense at all. It's all about offense.
And
we're just getting our backs blown out like we just some prostitute in Las Vegas.
Have Steve call, bro.
It's getting our backs blown out.
Let's go ahead and let's take 2 calls on this. Y'all see the number on the bottom of the screen. 904-219-8264. 904-219-8264. Give us a call with your thoughts. We'll take 2 calls on this, and then we'll get this last topic and get up out of here, y'all.
Bruce, I'm sorry, man, but the Ravens deserve to get cooked 3 times the hard way, bro.
Like a prostitute in Vegas.
Are you hearing me sitting here making excuses?
No, it just sucks, bro, because I know it's your team, bro, but the defense is atrocious. It's embarrassment.
That's correct.
You know who came up with the topic? Bruce. That's Bruce's topic. He knew what he wanted to talk about.
Is Ray Lewis talking? Is Terrell Suggs talking? Any of the guys from
Ray Lewis ain't walking through that door. T. Sizzle ain't walking through that door.
They need to.
Facts.
Ed Reed is definitely not walking through that door.
Yeah,
Like they need to call them, bring those guys in, and coach. Like talk to these guys. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, they're
Like
not
you
playing
need
like
to reach
Ravens.
out.
Facts. What's up, Steve?
Yo, what up,
Steve,
Bruce?
what up?
Hey, brother.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir. What up, Twizzler?
What's
up?
happening?
What up, Steve?
What's up, Miss Brittany?
Hey, how are you?
I'm blessed. Listen, I'm not trying to troll. I mean what I'm saying in the chat. Listen, I have no problem with holding Baltimore's defense accountable. I have no problem holding Harbaugh accountable. The only reason I brought up Tomlin was because the comment was said, it's been how long since Harbaugh won a Super Bowl. Well, you could make that same argument for Tomlin then. Now, granted, the dynamics are different, but it's like, if we're going to go by that logic, it's like, well, they're both in playoff teams and they can't get it done ever since their Super Bowls. So that's the only reason I brought up Tomlin. I'm not advocating for firing either one of them. I'm just saying. But as far as, listen, this is what I was calling the other day. It sucks that Baltimore's 1-3. I get it. I'm not a fan. I'm laughing about it, but I hate even calling in and defending it. But the defense has been bad. But let's put this in perspective. Their defense has played Buffalo, Detroit, and Kansas City. Now, are those? Would you say those are probably top 10 offenses in the NFL? I would argue yes.
Yeah.
Like their defense isn't looking good. The numbers are bad, but they're playing top 10 offenses. And if we have no problem placing the blame on Harbaugh or placing the blame on the defense, why hasn't anybody said if Derrick Henry doesn't fumble 2 games away, they're probably at least 3-1, 2-2? Like I'm all about holding the defense accountable.
You think that's why they only gave him 8 carries last game?
I was about to say, has that not been said?
Well,
I'm pretty sure we've heard some.
I think could be. It could be. I also feel like they got down pretty early in that game, so maybe them abandoning the run may have been a little bit of a factor of it too. But you're right, Smee. It could be. It could be. But all I'm saying is, it's 4 weeks. I get it. The numbers on defense look bad, but they've played great offenses. You're playing Josh Allen. You're playing Jared Goff in Detroit, who just went to the NFC Championship. And you just played another AFC contender in Kansas City with obviously Pat Mahomes. I don't have to argue Pat Mahomes. So, yes, I get it. The defense, we want the numbers to look better. We want a more competitive nature from that defense we're traditionally used to. But we also have to hold Henry accountable. He fumbled that Buffalo game away. If he holds on the ball, we're not even talking about 1-3.
Yeah, but Steve, they didn't do anything the entire second half in that game. Do you remember the second half of the Buffalo game?
Yes.
It was bad. It wasn't just the fumble. It was the fumble too, but it wasn't just the fumble. They didn't do anything offensively in the second half. I think just a little bit early in the fourth quarter, nothing. I don't even know how many first downs they got in the fourth quarter. They may have gotten none.
I would agree. But if we're willing to hold the defense to a standard, why can't we do that with Henry? I'm just saying, those are big fumbles and big moments of those games that literally cost them.
So why didn't they run the ball with Justice Hill?
That I can't answer. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, if it really was a fumbling issue, if it really is a Derrick Henry issue, the coach has to make a decision to bench him or hand the ball off to Justice Hill, who's capable.
Listen, I'm all about making fun of Henry because Bruce loves him, but that's a panic. You're not going to just bench Derrick Henry. Like, let's keep it a buck. You're not going to pay him that money just to bench him. But I think it's okay to be like, hey, we're a couple turnovers away from not being in this situation of 1-3. As bad as the defense has played, as good as the competition they've played, there are a couple turnovers.
You know what that sounds like, Steve?
500 is all I'm saying.
That sounds like the guy from Penn State.
What?
Yeah, what he said this week after that loss to Oregon. Did you hear what he said?
Oh, good gracious. I heard what he said in his press conference. He was trying to, I'm not going to let this define us.
Hey, we built this over the 12 years, blah, blah, blah. Bro, don't do that, dog. Don't do that.
Oh, did we lose Bruce?
Oh, damn.
Oh, damn, we lost Bruce.
Which means we lost the call, bro.
We lost the call. Steve over there talking up a storm.
Steve was cooking, bro. He had a good point about Derrick Henry. That was a good point.
Look,
I'm just saying.
are we back?
There you go.
Playing Kansas City, Detroit, and Buffalo in your first 4 weeks. That's tough. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you have the number 1 defense. That's tough. Like, those are, like, 3 of those teams are legit contender teams. Like, teams that we think, hey, Detroit's probably one of the top 3 teams in the NFC. The other 2 are probably top 4 teams in the AFC, probably even higher. So it's like, I get it, the defense, but it's like, also, they're a couple turnovers away from one key component, one key player on that team. If he holds onto the ball, they're probably at worst 500. At worst.
Hold on,
especially
Steve.
the Buffalo game.
Hold on, Steve. If we're gonna play that game, who did the Browns play this year? Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Jordan Love, and Jared Goff. Do we really want to talk about opponents right now and competition?
Hey,
hold on. Well, that's to me, that's crazy even in comparison. How can you even compare Cleveland to Baltimore? We know what Baltimore's done, and we have evidence to see how competitive they are. That's why we're having this conversation. We're not holding Cleveland to that standard as we would Baltimore. So to me, that's like comparing apples to oranges.
No doubt.
Yes, other teams have played competitive schedules. That's not the argument. We hold Baltimore to a certain standard because they have an MVP caliber quarterback. They are a perennial playoff team. I mean, I'm not shitting on you. I'm not shitting on the fact that you're a Cleveland fan to me, but that's not the standard we hold for Cleveland.
Fair enough.
Now, their defense is nasty. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to take too much time.
All good, man. I got to let you go.
Thanks.
Go ahead and move on, man. I appreciate it. Great call as always. Very insightful.
All right, everybody.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate it.
Can I just say something real fast? Look, I understand about the schedule being difficult and things like that, but the Ravens were also supposed to be a Super Bowl contender, so that's not an excuse. That's not an excuse.
That one.
Like
that one.
Games might be tough or whatnot, but you're supposed to make the plays while you had the opportunity, and they did not do that. Especially, I understand the 2 fumbles by Derrick Henry, but especially on the defensive side of the ball, where this team has been known for many, many years to be a defensive team. So that schedule is not an excuse whatsoever.
Facts. Bruce, what up? Bruce, can you hear me?
How you feeling, Bruce?
Bruce? I'm doing all right, man. Thank you.
You don't ask him how he feeling. We're currently cooking the Baltimore Ravens. You're going to ask him how he feeling.
Hey, Bruce, hey, Bruce, why you up there looking like an old grumpy old man, man? What the enthusiasm, Bruce?
Hey, Bruce, man, go ahead, man. What you got?
What's going on, man? How you feeling tonight, Brucey?
I'm maintaining, man.
What's going on, Sneed?
What up, brother? Blessed, man. How are you?
Well, it's going to be a long season, fellas. It's meant to happen. This is meant to happen. So this is meant to happen. So John Harbaugh.
Oh, you got no love for Transformer, dog?
Oh, what's up? I'm sorry, Mr. Transformer.
You ain't got no love for Brittany, bro. Brittany's fantastic, bro.
Don't want it no more.
Listen, Sneed,
It's
I
forced.
said hi, everyone. You heard what I said? This collapse is meant to happen. But look at it. I'm looking at it in a different perspective. What if Cooper Rush do get us these next 2 wins? Then what? So we got to look at the bright side of things, but it's looking bleak. News came out today that Lamar was supposed to you think about playing. There's a chance that he play. Well, I think personally, to be real, from a person that's, a true Baltimorean, but a true Baltimore fan, I think he quit personally. I'm just calling it is what it is. He quit. Well, come on now. What? Patrick Mahomes would have taken that thing. Come on, how many times have you seen Pat go out there with a busted ankle or a busted leg, tie this motherfucker up? He ain't know see what I'm saying? He ain't got that. He quit. He wasn't. Come on, man. He quit, bro. All of a sudden, there's noise coming out. He all of a sudden, he might be able to play Sunday. Come on, bro. You quit. That's all it is what it is.
I can't see that, man.
All real ones know he quit. Even though we still need a new voice, John Harbaugh time is up. We ain't been to the Super Bowl in 13 years.
Right.
Lamar saved this job back in 2018. The Scotty was getting ready to fire him. He said, "One for you save you this next game is." I think Flacco got hurt. Ain't Destiny something else saying Flacco got hurt. Lamar came in. They've been hitting the ground running ever since then. But Lamar saved his job now.
For sure.
He was already on the hot seat. I know Biscotti tired of him now. Zachary Orr, he needs to go. I don't know what's going on with him. I just don't think the guys, he ain't got his voice not strong enough for the guys. We need Rex Ryan. We need Rex Ryan back. I know that never happened. I'm just speaking, it's what Rex Ryan and Harbaugh will bump heads. They already be talking crap about him on Get Up every goddamn morning. You know what I mean? So it wouldn't work unless Harbaugh's out the door.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You need Rex Ryan as a head coach. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah. They're gonna bump heads if he comes. So, like I say, Scotty, they fumbled the ball back in 2013. We had our future coach and Mike McDonald. I think Harbaugh showing up to the front office, but that's my theory, and so I knew that wasn't gonna happen. But we had our coach Mike McDonald, young defensive coordinator, stud. 2013, I believe our defense won the Triple Crown. We was number one in every category in the NFL. Just 2 years ago. Think about it. How far we dropped. And basically still got the same nucleus of players. Man, hey, it's meant to happen, man. Derrick Henry, I need to hold on to the ball, of course, but I think this game they're gonna give him the ball about 27 times. If I was the offensive coordinator, Monken, come on, bro, throwing the ball too much. It's crazy to me that Derrick Henry only ran the ball 12. What? How many times in that Kansas City game?
8 times. 8 times.
How many times?
8. Ocho.
An absolute joke.
Yeah.
He's been fumbling, Brucey.
That ain't got nothing to do with that. It just, they want Lamar to throw the rock. He's the money guy.
But he's been fumbling.
Million guy.
Mm-hmm.
And shut out the Spags. I mean, he always called it a great game against the Baltimore Ravens. Is this a new to us? I mean, whoop-de-doo. It's not new to us.
Whoop-de-doo.
Really not. Spag always give them all problems, bro. Always. Roquan Smith, you need to get some of that money back, bro, because you've been disappearing in a lot of games.
You want his money back? Give the receipt.
I say, hey, where are you? You ain't got no sacks? I mean, 0, bro. Not even a half a sack, I don't think. Where are you, Adafe? They stick the first round pick on you. Come on, bro. It's time for him to go. Man, listen, man. It's all meant to happen now. Look at the bright side. Cooper Rush May. Just get us one going to the bye, and hopefully Lamar will come back after that. Then we go on a little run or something, go on a little streak. That's how I'm looking at it as a bright side. But overall, I just believe John Harbaugh should be out the door. This period, we need a new voice. I'm praying that Rex Ryan, man, Biscotti, wake up one morning and say, this is it. You know what I'm saying? Brian Flores, next year, hopefully, I'm looking at him, the defensive coordinator for the Vikings. But Rex Ryan, man, there's only 2.
I agree, man. Those are 2 great choices you brought up, man. Thank you for that, because
man,
I like those.
Hey, man, how y'all boys feeling tonight, man? How you feel, Transformer? Feeling better, brother?
Starting to hurt a little bit now, but
Hey, Transformer, before I go, right? Hey, Transformer, how y'all tied with the Cowboys? Y'all supposed to be this all great thing. What's going on, bro, in Packland, Transformer?
sometimes you play down to your competition, and that's what we
Would you
do.
rather lose or have a tie?
Tie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
The standings matter. Yes.
all right, man. Hey, y'all boys have a great night, man.
Appreciate you, Brucey.
All right, bros.
Oh, man.
All right, Chad.
All right, another good call from the main man, Bruce Baltimore. Bruce holding it down.
Always.
We're going to put a fork in that one, guys. Ravens are done. Are they not? We shall find out in the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
No doubt.